Yogi, this is the end of term 3 and this is the end of Proverbs, the very, very last chapter. Hopefully through the three of us doing talks, you would have become slightly less wiser and a lot less foolish, but we'll see. So when I first looked...
Slightly wiser, you said less wiser.
Slightly less.
Slightly less wiser and a little less...
The other one. Basically, when I first looked, when I saw the roster at the beginning of the term, we were at the leaders meeting, Dan, put down who was doing it, and I saw Proverbs 31 and my name next to it. I was like, oh no. It was just one of those huge moments where you're just like, come on. Like I could have done any other one, any of the other ones that he did, that Dan did, but no, I had to get 31. But after spending a couple of weeks actually reading it and then thinking through it, I'm actually kind of glad it landed with me because I had actually a lot of fun preparing the talks. I actually wrote one talk, then scrapped it, and then I've written this one because I didn't like the first one. So yeah, hopefully this one's better. Okay, a little disclaimer to start things off. I have never been married. I don't have a wife. So big shock, yes, huge. But all I can go on is what this passage says about what a great wife is. Not just a good wife, but a great wife, a godly wife. Alright, and then yeah. So how about we start? So chapter 31. The first 10 verses are not so, they don't sort of tie in as much with the from 10 to verse 31. But basically it's a huge list. It's a list of how awesome an awesome wife should be. What awesome things she does to bring praise to her family, to her husband, to people around her, to everyone that she knows. Girls, this is the kind of woman that you want to be. Okay? And guys, this is the kind of girl that you want to find. Alright, now, right, cool, I've got that out of the way. Verse 1, which actually is verse 10, and Dan pointed it out earlier when we were going through the talk, he was like, you've put verse 1, but it actually starts at verse 10. I'm like, it's in my head. Anyway, so verse 10 says, a wife of noble character who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. So, the wife who has a noble character, the wife who is not like showing off and going out there and going, look at how awesome I am, look at all this. She is more precious than rubies, right? There is nothing more valuable than her if she is like that. Guys, this is the very first verse of this section, verse 10. This is what you want to be looking for. A wife who has a noble character, a woman who has a noble character. Verse 2, her husband will have full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. So the husband is more than just content to leave things to his wife. Not just things around the house, but other things, finances, all that sort of stuff. He's actually going, here you go, I trust you to do the right thing with all this, here you go. And it's not like, if you don't do this, I'm going to, whatever. Yeah, but it's a confidence. It's like, we're partnered. It's a partnership, and you are fantastic at doing the jobs that I can't do, or that I'm doing other things, so you're doing this stuff, and it works that way. Yes, so that's the first two verses. So verse 3, or in this case verse 12, she brings him good, no harm all the days of her life. Is it the same translation? Yeah, sweet. Okay, good. She brings him good, no harm all the days of her life. In other words, so this one's a big one, and it stopped me, and I went, oh, actually, I should explain this one. She brings him good, no harm all the days of her life. So everything that she says and everything that she does never, ever, ever brings harm to her husband. Right? So nothing that she says, nothing that she does would turn around and be taken as, oh man, that wasn't really nice. That wasn't cool. She's really not caring about her husband there. It's not. She's always building him up and always giving him, giving him the respect that he deserves, while he is giving her the respect she deserves. Yes. Right. Verse 15, which actually is, sorry. It starts about the when she gets up in the morning. 15. Thank you. 15. She gets up while it is still dark. She provides food for her family and portions for her servant girls. Now, this is one of those verses that the chauvinistic male population of this earth turn around and go, oh right, that's cool. I'll just stay in bed and sleep in until 11:30 midday while she gets up at crack of dawn to go and plough the fields, to make breakfast, to get the kids off to school. I'm throwing in ancient examples with modern ones at the same time. So, like not only sow the fields, but get the kids to school. Not only, I don't know, tend to the animals, but, to I don't know, make him breakfast in bed or something ridiculous, okay? Now, guys, this is not saying, this is absolutely not, this is almost the opposite of saying you guys are entitled to stay in bed and to do absolutely nothing, okay? Do not think that. That is absolutely ridiculous. If anyone says it to you, I'll hit them. Personally. Okay, what it does say is that the guys in this time would have been getting up at exactly the same time. Right? They would have been getting up out of bed at the same time. It wouldn't be like, I'm going to have a lie-in and then get up whenever I want while you do everything. They got up at the same time. He would go and start work and she would go and start work. Right? As I said before, a partnership. It's not this one-way thing where the wife's doing everything and the guy's doing nothing. Okay? So, yeah, if unfortunately, and it happens more often than not in this society and in this day and age, that people will be married and then a decade later or even a shorter amount of time than that, they will find that their husband is unfortunately a lot like this, where it's I order you to go and do this stuff. Not so much in those words, but it plays out that way in the relationship. If it ever does happen like that to any of you girls, it's not a good thing. Let me just say it straight up. It's not a position that you want to be in, because it isn't a partnership. It's a mess. Okay. If your husband is demanding things of you with no regard for you or your feelings, something is wrong. And unfortunately, again, it happens more often than not these days. Girls, it is saying be willing to work hard as if you were doing it for the Lord. Okay, and that goes for guys as well, right? Work hard. Do things, and you will have things. That's the equation here. You work hard, things will happen. The book of Proverbs talks time and time again. We've covered it a couple of times. The sluggard wants all this stuff, but can't be bothered to get out of bed or get off the couch or whatever the example you want to use. Right. So in this situation is, don't be lazy. Do stuff for each other in your relationships that is positive, right? Okay. Here's an example for me and Jade, right? If you're an awesome cook like she is, if you guys have ever, she's fantastic. She's really
Riches.
Yeah, that's right. She's a really good cook, and she's always like experimenting with new stuff, and it actually turns out really, really well. Okay, getting me to boil water, that's a tough one. All right, let's start right at the very, very basics. Okay, you shut up. Okay. If you're an awesome cook, girls, okay, which I'm guessing a lot of you are, and guys as well. If you guys are awesome, I'm saying, cook. If you're a talented cook, okay, guys. If you're talented at, I don't know, what have I put down here? What am I good at? My point is that if you guys are good at doing something, and it is a stereotypical, like the wife being the cook sort of thing, like, if you are a good cook. It's a fantastic service to your husband. That is awesome. And guys, in the same way, if you're good at something,
I'm an excellent lawnmower.
Okay, fine. Jono's a fantastic lawnmower. I don't know, I haven't seen him, but anyway.
You're kind of my husband.
Yeah, dude, I
You serve your wife.
But if Jono's good at the lawnmower, he's not going to sit on the couch with a beer and order his wife to go and. I'm sorry, but it sounds ridiculous, but that's actually the reality.